Kabbalism. The foundation of Kabbalism is identical to Satanism.
Sorry, brother. Let me identify this book. This book is Illuminati too. This book is also another book where the Illuminatis does operate, what it does do, and the gods that them does worship. Right? Yeah. So the Bible says true precept I get understanding, right? So this is different publishers here, different writers here, different authors here. Listen, the truth coming out now. This is Illuminati too. Or you know about Illuminati, right? Yeah, when they hear who Illuminati does worship.
Kabbalism. The foundation of Kabbalism is identical to Satanism.
So Kabbalism is identical to Satanism. Right? Kabbalism, that what the people who claim to be the Israelites, the Jewish people, they deal with Kabbalism, which is synonymous with Satanism.
The reversal of the roles of God and Satan. It is the pursuit of hidden occult knowledge which allows one to achieve godlike abilities by calling on so-called names of God.
So they call upon certain names and get godlike abilities, like your modern day sorcerers or your witches and magicians. It's lining up here. Everything lining up now. Right? Go ahead.
These are the names of fallen angels, demons, spirit guides, who are the gatekeepers of occult knowledge. It is found in Genesis 6:4, Jubilees, and the Book of Enoch. While not all Jews actively practice Kabbalah, they all accept the highest Kabbalistic name as their God, YHVH.
So the YHVH, right, is the tetragrammaton. The tetragrammaton are many ways of pronouncing it, right? You put different points in it, like Yahweh, Yahweh, or Jehovah, or Yahweh, or Yahweh. Who these brothers in this worship? It have a Y, a H, a V, or a W and a H. Right? There are these four letters in these names. That's the tetragrammaton. Now I'm going to show you all in the Bible that the Most High name is holy. The meaning of holy is separate, is sanctified, is above all. So you can't summon demons in the Most High name. You can't call demons in the name of the Most High. It is impossible. Continue.
The infamous Kabbalist and Satanist Aleister Crowley writes, there are thus 72 angels. These names are derived from the great name of God.
So Aleister Crowley was a Satanist, whereas the most famous Satanist on the face of the earth, Aleister Crowley. Do your research. Hear what Aleister Crowley is called upon.
The name is Tetragrammaton, IHVH, commonly called Jehovah.
Ahu.
Commonly called Jehovah. Jehovah. He is the supreme Lord of the whole universe, the book of thought for the tree. A number of other secret pronunciations of the YHVH are used in the occult in addition to Yahweh, to Yahweh and Jehovah.
So Yahweh, Jehovah, and Yahweh is the same thing. The same YHWH. Because there wasn't no V in the Hebrew also. There wasn't no J. So before they put the J and the V, it was Yahweh or Yahweh. Yeah. And it's a Crowley a Satanist, summons and demons in the name of Yahweh, who they give us in the churches. Because they don't want us to get the true power. Or they don't understand. We are the people of the book and we fell. And our oppressors gave us these names. Wake up, people. You don't understand this thing. It's a spiritual battle. They don't even want to give us the name. You think they will give us the name in Satan kingdom? But they can't move the I am. And they know I am is the name. And let me tell you something. The meaning of I am on the Hebrew, ahaya, it means to be, to exist. Present, past, and future. That is just the whole characteristics of the Most High. Because in the Bible, everybody's name have a meaning. If I didn't know that. Not like your name is John and you have a meaning for your name. The Hebrews have meanings for their names. So the Most High name have a meaning too. Continue.
Of the 54 sacred names in the Jewish Kabbalah, the primary one is YHWH. R. Hadaway, sacred name of God or blasphemy. Remnantradio.org, archives, articles, sacred name, HTM.
So you can find it. You can research it. Close that. Let me get the scripture. Let me prove that the Most High name is holy now. Come. Let me prove that the Most High name is holy. Because here some people go say, well, people is using it to do what they want. No. The Most High never said that. Hear what the Most High said.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 57, verse 15. For thus said the Most High, for thus said the High and Lofty One, that inhabited eternity, whose name is holy.
Is what?
Whose name is holy.
Now it mix up a all kind of different things. You can use me in the summon demons.
Whose name is holy. I will dwell in a high and holy place.
The Most High name is holy, brothers and sisters. My brother, let me get the book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 16. We're going to go deep tonight, brothers and sisters. Brother Court, let's find gods and goddesses in that box, please. Another book to prove that Yahweh is Satan, or to prove that Yahweh is Satan, or to prove that Jehovah is Satan. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Let's read the scripture first. Malachi chapter 1, verse 16. My bad. 14.
The book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 14. But cursed be the deceiver, which has in his flock a male, and vowed and sacrifice unto the Lord a corrupting. For I am a great king, saith the Lord of hosts. My name is dreadful among the heathen.
Now the heathen can use his name.
My name is dreadful among the heathen.
Now Alistair Crowley can use the name of the Most High Yahweh and summon demons.
My name is dreadful among the heathen.
Now witches and warlocks could use the name of the Most High and call demons.
My name is dreadful among the heathen.
The Most High name is dreadful amongst the heathen. Don't ever affiliate the Most High name with wickedness. So let me get into this now. Another book, which is God. The name of this book is Which is God. So which is the summons demon in the name of Yahweh? Which is the summons demons in the name of Jehovah? Which is the summon names, summon demons in the name of Yahweh? Yeah, we go deep. We go deep, brothers and sisters. Who following the Most High? Who calling upon the Most High? We lost our way. We don't even know the name of the Most High no more. Yeah. Yeah, brother. Let's read straight to the point for me, please. Now, this is a conversation amongst demons. And guess who name inside of this conversation?
Let's begin with Zeus. Zeus. I think I'll call a council of gods about that. Athena. And goddess, if you please, We have been declared redundant wherever Yahweh is in charge.
What?
Athena, the goddess, if you please, we have been declared redundant wherever Yahweh is in charge.
Whenever who is in charge?
Whenever Yahweh is in charge. Hera. What? Zeus. But Yahweh has a wife himself. What happens to Ashtoreth?
So Ashtoreth is Yahweh's wife. But let me prove to you all also, brothers and sisters, that this book that called Gods and Goddesses lining up with witches God. Close that book, bro. Gods and Goddesses now showing that Yahweh have a wife. You see? You see, brothers and sisters? All these is different publishers. It's not the same people who write this book. It is very evident that the Tetragrammaton is Satan. And that's why they hate the Garden of Christ Church. Because we expose it. So when you see these brothers and them getting on like that, because they're calling upon Satan, that is all. That is their God. That is their father. You remember? Not all Israel is Israel. You remember the same scribes and Pharisees murdered Christ. So gods and goddesses now going and prove again that Yahweh inside here. This ancient history here, we just prove the truth that we come out here to do. The Most High name is a higher. In the English is I am that I am. Yeah, one time. Gods and goddesses. That's what the Most High said. But then let me get in the book of Psalms chapter 96 verse 4. Have no other gods before me. Now this is a book with gods. When you go later down in the chapter, you will see that Yahweh have a wife called Ashtoreth. The same thing, which is of gods, what was showing us. Who are you worshiping? That's why the earth can't change. That's why nothing can't change. That's why there's no salvation in these churches. There's no power. That's why people jumping and rolling and beating up and shaking. Demons they're calling upon. The summons and demons. And let me tell you something else too. When you go into the Hebrew, for the meaning of the word wickedness is Hawa. You understand? Yeah, Hawa. Hawa means mischief, calamity, destruction. We lost some of our people. That's why them brothers getting on like that. Because they worshiping Satan.
Israel, God and bull and other Baal figures.
So we all know in the time when the children of Israel made molten calves and worship when Moses went up into the mount with the Most High 40 days and 40 nights. Well, let me tell you who they was calling upon. When the Most High identified himself to them, they still went and called upon other gods from Egypt. Because let me tell you something. Yahweh in Egypt too. Jehovah in Egypt too. If you didn't know. Yahweh or Jehovah or Yahweh. That name from since in Egypt. Do your research, brothers and sisters. That's what he paying your pastor money for. To study. Not to go and get a Benz and look good. Let me prove that Yahweh is Satan. Let me prove that Yahweh is Satan. Let me prove that the Israelite camps calling upon Satan.
According to the Old Testament, worship of Yahweh that include the use of one or more bull calf images.
So wait now. So to worship Yahweh, you must have two calves. Read that again for me, please. Bring it out.
According to the Old Testament, worship of Yahweh that include the use of one or more bull calf images.
But I thought the Bible said that my name is terrible amongst the heathen. I thought the Bible said that my name is holy. But they make two calves and call upon Yahweh. summoning demons in the name of Yahweh. Brothers and sisters, we have been deceived. The Most High name is Ahaya.
Was the most distinctive element of the state cult in northern Israel.
So in northern Israel had a cult. Read that again.
Was the most distinctive element of the state cult in northern Israel. That was established by Jeroboam after the division of the kingdoms. Sihan 1981, Skra 1987, 84 to 104, Smith 1990, 51, and many others. If one pays careful attention to the message that was proclaimed at the sanctuaries in Bethel and Dan, at the same time that the images of the bulls were set up, here are the gods of Israel, who brought you up from the land of Egypt, then one can see that such activities were part of a program that was give expression to an emancipation intended to free them concurrently from subjugation, both to Egypt and Jerusalem.
Brothers and sisters, what the Bible say?
The book of Psalm chapter 96, verse 4. For the Most High is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods.
Now people could make calves and summon demons in the name of Yahweh, but that ain't a thing. It's still the same. They just using the name of the Most High to do wickedness. What the Most High said?
For the Most High is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods.
Above what?
Above all gods.
Yahweh is the name of another God, brothers and sisters. Let me prove one more thing. One more thing on the name. It have plenty more, you know. It have plenty more. Let me prove one more. Strong Concordance. Hosea chapter 2 verse 16. We have to put it out there. We have to put it out there. Because the thing that all of us using obscene language, the thing all of us calling women hoes and thing, we have to show that them fellas are worshiping Satan. And you pastors, you people in the Christian church who calling upon Yahweh and Yahweh and Jehovah is Satan, brothers and sisters. Those of you who call on only Jesus, there wasn't no J in the Hebrew, there wasn't no E in the Hebrew, there wasn't no U. Jesus really means Isis. Isis is a deity from the Greek, from the land of Greek. That's the Christian gods, one of their gods. But Bailey Satan, when Satan have a name, they prove in him today. Read it and then.
The book of Hosea chapter 2 verse 16. And it shall be as the day, saith the Most High, that thou shalt call me Ishi, and shall call me Baali no more.
So we in that day, and we are telling you to call him Ishi and no more Baali. Who's Baali? Strong's definition. Go and research it, anybody. They are Strong Concordance, or use a My Sword app, and you'll see who's Baali.
Strong's Hebrew number H1180. Baali, my lord, a male deity in the northern kingdom, variation of the name Baal.
Of who?
Variation of the name Baal.
Yes. Strong's definition.
Strong definition H1167. My master, Baali, a symbolic name of Jehovah. Jehovah.
A symbolic name of who?
Jehovah.
Read over that Strong's definition from a place to the top. Let them hear it. It's just lying back up with all the records we now put out there. A deity in the northern kingdom. That is who Jehovah is. That is what the tetragrammaton is. They have only calling upon Satan, brothers and sisters. Them other Israelite camps calling upon Satan, brothers and sisters. Wake up. Who is really Israelites? That's why they're behaving so. That's why they slam the Bible on the ground and use obscene language and all kind of thing. Because they're worshiping Satan. That is all. Let me prove it.
Strong's Hebrew number 81180. Baali, my lord, a deity in the northern kingdom, variation of the name Baal. Strong's definition 81167. My master, Baali is symbolic name of Jehovah.
A symbolic name of Jehovah. What is Jehovah? There wasn't no J, there wasn't no V. So it was Y and W back then. Yahweh. Yeah. Yeah. Or you know what they're worshiping. They ain't following the Most High, brothers and sisters. They're not done with the Most High. They're following Satan. Straight up. They're calling upon Satan. So that's why now, when we call upon the great I am, everybody up on them with us. But let me tell you something. You will never find a thing on I am. You know why? Because that name is holy. I am, that I am, is holy. You can't find nothing on that name. But the lie and tell you is a title. But let me tell you something, that ain't no title. Because I am that I am, or in the Hebrew, ahaya, asha, ahaya, it means existence. To be, past, present, future, was. You know what they said in the Christian church? The God back then, the God now, and the God tomorrow. That's what it means.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 26. How long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies? Yea, they are prophets of their own deceit, of their own heart, which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams which they tell every man to his neighbor, as their fathers have forgotten my name for Baal.
The same thing going on right now. They've forgotten the name of the Most High and calling upon Baal. From since back in Jeremiah time, back into our time. My brother, let me prove another thing on these Israelites. And I have to hit these Israelites and them today here. Let me get the book of Hebrews chapter 6 verse 1. What it takes to be a Hebrew Israelite? To follow Christ. I have to prove this tonight. Because they think that we all are one people. They are not following Christ. Hebrews chapter 6 verse 1. My brother, you will get the book of 2 John chapter 1 verse 10. Brothers and sisters, to get baptized is to submerge in water. There ain't no justification to get baptized with the word. There's a doctrine from hell. Straight from the pits of hell. Hear what the Bible say here.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 6, verse 1. Therefore, leaving the principles of the doctrine of Christ, let us go unto perfection, not laying again the foundation of repentance from dead works and of faith toward the Most High, of the doctrine of baptism and of laying on of hands and the resurrection of the dead and of eternal judgment.
So, of the doctrine of what?
Of baptism.
Of what?
Baptism.
So just now we will prove the meaning of the word baptism. We will prove that too. We better go right deep today. Because people lost their way now. Close that. Hear what the Bible says here now.
The book of 2 John, chapter 1, verse 9. Whosoever transgresseth and abideth not in the doctrine of Christ had not the Most High.
So anybody who not following Hebrews chapter 6 verse 1, they don't have Christ. That's how the Bible does work. Precept upon precept, line upon line. Everything is connect. Right?
He that abideth in the doctrine of Christ, he had both father and son.
So if you have the doctrine of Christ, you have father and son. My brother, can you get your my son again for me, please? Give me Hebrews chapter 6 verse 1, the meaning of the word baptism. My brother, can I get the book of St. John chapter 3? Nicodemus was a great Pharisee. And he came to Christ to understand things. And hear what Christ tell him. these foolish brothers who claim to be Israelites. Listen, they're Israelite by blood, but not by the Spirit. Right? You got it? Hebrews chapter 6 verse 1, meaning the word baptism. You got it? Right. What is the meaning of baptism? When you get baptized in the word. The scripture doesn't say that. What is the meaning of baptism?
Baptism, Greek number G909, a washing, purification effected by means of water.
By what?
By means of water.
So they even like to go and bathe then. A man can deny water? So wait now, them can't go down in the water and then talk about them as Israelites? What baptism is?
A washing, purification effected by means of water.
Now read the whole thing.
Of washing prescribed by the Mosaic law, which seem to mean an exposition of the difference between washing prescribed by the Mosaic law and Christian baptism. Right. Strong definition G907, ceremonially or Christian baptism, washing.
Washing. You ain't going to wash with no word. You gotta submerge into the water. These brothers and them not following Christ, they're not following the Most High. That's what we're trying to show you all. They are not Israelites. To be a true Israelite is to humble yourself and follow the word. To be a man of the Most High, you have to follow the word. You have to humble yourself and obey. They find it hard to go down in the water now. So they must don't like to bathe. They must don't like to bathe, must don't bathe, must just wipe off now. They just wipe off now. If it is bathe, if Christ went in the water, why you can't go in the water? Because you have a demon and you don't want to come out. That is why they're going on so on the streets. That is why they're going on so. Brothers and sisters, we have to make a disclaimer today. I'm sorry to take up all this time to go down so much.
Royalty. Royalty. Power to the chosen people.